Now, there are strong indications that all Kano State government appointees are moving to the All Progressives Congress, effectively folding the new Nigeria People's Party structure into the APC in the state. This follows a defection of 484 former ward councillors led by the Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Ibrahim Waiya, who visited the new NNPP state chairman, Rabiu in Kano. Waiya told journalists that the move has the backing of the governor and the party's national leader, Rabiu Kwankwaso.
We've been pleading with them, and we've been also sending our own request to them to kindly move from NNPP to EPC, because many of the party stakeholders across the state, the appointees, the elected in the state, we all have believed that this is the best political decision that what the Kano State government should actually consider or should actually take. The leadership of the NPP and the coordination of the national leader, Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso, to consider this request, because it is a request that emanated from the people. And this is democracy. Democracy is a practice of governance where the requests of the people are considered, where the demand of the people are also considered, because that is what constitutes democracy. People are the ones that actually constitute democracy. They are the ones that give authority and power to those elected or to those appointed. So, and they're the same people that are now demanding and requesting their own leaders to move or defect from NNPP to FEC, because we feel this is the best, I think, way to go about it, especially as the election is nearing. 2027 election is coming closer, and this is the best way that I think we feel that Kano State can actually be safer, be more secured, be more peaceful.
And now being joined to look at all the movements at all the levels, the movement from one party to the other. I'm being joined by a legal practitioner, a member National Working Committee of the ADC, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you too. You're looking very bright.
Happy New Year to Nigeria. It's just the grace of God.
Okay, so let's start off with this. That last story we read talked about practically a collapse of almost the entire structure in Kano State of the NNPP and moving over to the APC. I mean, these movements are pointing, some will say they are pointing towards a one-party state.
Yeah.
And some have argued that it's not possible that that will happen. Are you one of those who's arguing such?
Very well. I'm one of those people that believe that it is not possible for one-party system to become dominant in Nigeria. We are too diverse. We are too enlightened. We are too democratic now to allow one-party states to dominate the polity. One-party state actually is like a dictatorial state where one person is now in charge of everything. The attempt by Ahmed Bola Tinubu to convert Nigeria to become Lagos will fail. He does not have what it takes to make Nigeria a one-party state. And in 2027, just watch it. In 2023, he won by 36% of the votes. Despite the overwhelming dominance of APC, they had majority of the governors, they had majority of everything, and yet he had 36% of the votes. Even when it was being said it's the turn of the South. And people that didn't have governors, didn't have members in the National Assembly, won as much states as he did. This time around, if opposition will come together, he is gone.
Let's look at now that you brought in the opposition thing, let's look at the movements in the opposition. We've seen practically all the governors in the PDP moving to the APC. I mean, what does that say? Is there an opposition? Good. The PDP was the most dominant opposition party at the time. Indeed, the PDP ruled Nigeria for 16 years and then moved on to become an opposition party. But right now, it looks as if the PDP is...
Now, in 2015, when PDP lost power, people were also saying that we were tilting towards a one-party state. They had almost 28 governors, but they lost power. Now, it is natural whoever is in PDP should leave PDP, because the division in PDP has become such that the Constitution says that if such division exists, people can leave a political party. because the division ran right from the top, and it has split the party so much that INEC does not even have any executive council or working committee to even recognize. So PDP is a carcass, and we care, like they say, an undertaker should just give it a befitting burial. So having said that, what do you expect a governor that is coming from a burial ground, a governor whose face is hidden in the grave, what would he afford to give to his people? There is no governor that is coming from PDP that has anything to give to his own people. If he has something to give to his own people, I know of a governor in the Southwest, and I will always say that I like people of Southwest. Coming to 2023, they had 2 states that were in opposition. None of them had gone to APC. Southwest, where Tinubu is from. That tells you that all other governors that are going into APC are going in for convenience, not conviction. And when you're going in for convenience, all the people you are governing who are not comfortable with the government are not going to go with you. So the people are not convenient. It's not convenient for them. The regime that afflicted them to be paying 1,000 naira per liter of fuel when they were paying 195 before that regime came in. A regime that they are now paying 250,000 naira for flight ticket one way when they were paying less than 50,000 naira. A regime where people are massacred every day. In Niger State, and I'm talking within 24 hours. In Niger State, more than 50 persons have been massacred by terrorists. In Yobe, you just announced on your television that more than 25 persons have died, both capsizing. If you go 48 hours, because in Tinubu's regime, insecurity and the destruction of the lives and property of Nigeria can actually be calculated per daily basis, because it happens per daily basis.
But, you know, if you want to,
how can people be convenient with such? How can they find such government convenient for their lives?
If you want to measure a regime by the number of deaths, you might be making a mistake, because you want to go back a little bit in 2014, where we had multiple attacks. Insecurity was almost at its peak at that time. 2013, 2014, insecurity was at its peak, and on a daily basis, we're getting news of suicide bombing all over the place. That is not the situation at this point in time, is it? And in 2017, we also had issues of kidnappings here and there, which have come down. Even the security will tell you that this has come down in some places where you could not go to before. Now you can actually go there. So are you saying that there's no good that has come in this administration?
None. The security challenge, and I'm not making an excuse for PDP. I've always said it, that PDP and APC, they've become a scourge on Nigeria. And that was why I said, if there is no new emergence of a coalition party by 2027, I will rest and pray to God. If it's PDP and APC, that's the only thing available. But the security challenge you just mentioned was limited to Northeast. Now it has metastasized, and it's everywhere in Nigeria, even in the Federal Capital Territory. So where is safe? No place to hide. We that believe in God, we are just hiding under the shade of the blood of Jesus, because that's the banner over us. Tinubu has made it compulsory that you just have to be praying to God to save you, because nothing saves you. The only thing Tinubu has afforded against insecurity is making empty broadcasts. I hereby direct the security agencies to arrest the culprits. Chicken, nothing else. So empty words. That APC has been very rich in loquacity, very poor in results.
So for the first time in a very long time, the Minister of Defense is a military person.
Yes.
A former military man. That doesn't give you hope?
You know what? Why put 2 ministers that are not knowledgeable in the area of security? 3 years into your regime, a lot of bad has happened. And it is always very difficult, more difficult to rebuild a destroyed system.
Okay, Mr. Okonkwo, just hold on a moment. We'll take a break. We'll go. When we'll come back, we'll swing and look at when you talked about the emergence of a new platform.
Absolutely.
That platform looks as if it's, even before it's standing, it's already shaking. But we'll look at that in a moment. Do stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, here's a recap of our top stories. We started out with the news that death toll rises to 29 in Yobe State following a mishap that happened on Saturday. 10 bodies still missing. INEC has resumed nationwide voter registration with the second phase. And deposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is at the New York courthouse for the first court appearance since his ouster on Saturday. Now, Nigeria's electoral body has resumed nationwide continuous voter registration, kicking off the second phase of the exercise. But we're having a conversation earlier, and our guest is still in the studio, Kenneth Okonkwo. Now, that's the story that's happening. INEC has gone on with the second phase of voter registration across the country. Yeah. But voter registration where there is no viable platform, or where there's no viable there are no viable platforms on which the candidates can appear to be voted for, becomes a problem in itself. So I asked this question. You said, come 2027, there's no viable platform, then you will rest and we'll pray and ask God to help us. But you are a member of a party, ADC, right?
Yes.
And that party in itself, is it viable?
Extremely
viable. You have almost, if I have my count correct, about 4 court cases pending, one that has already been that's gotten judgment on, against the leadership of the party, against the seeming merger that
Which one, sorry?
Should I go back and
please go
a former presidential candidate of the party took the ADC to court
against? So which one?
You have the I'm trying to get the name here.
Let me tell you.
Yes, I'm listening.
They couldn't even get an ex parte order in their favor.
Wow.
The judge threw it out. An ex parte order is an order given in the absence of the other party. So without even ADC appearing in court, the court considered their relief as lacking in merit. So you know what? All these are orchestrated APC.
How are they orchestrated? If you had the suit filed by the National Forum of Former Legislators to deregister the African Congress,
you just said
depending at the federal court.
You say
but that's a court case against the ADC.
No,
asking that the party be deregistered.
I'm asking
I'm going on the other court. I'm just reeling through the court
There are too many court cases.
Okay, so
APC
how is that helping?
I told you APC miscreants, trying to infiltrate the ADC like they did to PDP, like they did to Labour Party, and they killed Labour Party. The difference here is that this is David Mark-led ADC. This is the association of all the coalition leaders representing all the opposition parties and forces in Nigeria. Let me tell you, not even the judiciary, not even INEC, not even Nigerian people like to have one party state, not even reasonable APC members. So this is a wild goose case.
So let's say this is a Kebbi State ADC leadership had gone to court, and on the 25th, on the 14th of October 2025, what the court decided, 14th of October, the High Court issued an interlocutory injunction. Hold on, which means restriction on acting as party leaders. The court
rejected. You're talking about the reliefs they sought.
Yes.
You're not talking about the order given. The order given is that was rejected. So I had treated this.
Yeah, treated this.
So you're saying that all of you're talking about one nephew.
You're saying that all of this is not in any way affecting the ADC's movement?
We just do like this. And we'll just move on.
What about the question of personal interest?
Yes.
In terms of who is going to get the presidential ticket? Because that's the other conversation. A lot of people will be wondering, is it going to be the former vice president? Is it going to be Mr. Peter Obi? Is it going to be... And now there's this story out there, Mr. Rabiu Kwankwaso saying that he's ready to work with Peter Obi if Peter Obi will get the presidential ticket.
Very good. There's nothing wrong in people aspiring to be anything in politics. However, as a member of the National Working Committee of ADC, I am aware that it's the members of ADC that will decide who will run for them. The advice I will give to any member of ADC, whoever is he you want to be your candidate, go to your polling unit, go to your ward, go to your local government and your state, because every policy is local. Galvanize people to join ADC so that you would have the majority required. And this will push your own candidate or your own aspirant through And once the person emerges as the party's candidate, the whole party will fall in line and campaign for the person. So the aspirations are beautiful. I mean, that shows you that something is happening in ADC. If all these great men, all these great politicians are all coming around ADC and aspiring to contest under ADC, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, I welcome everybody into ADC. So what we would do is to have a level playing field for all the aspirants.
What's the guarantee that the field will be leveled?
I guarantee you that there will be a level playing field for every aspirant to aspire to any position and be elected through primary elections. That I know.
Because the constitution is watertight?
And because the managers of the constitution are determined. You know, when you are in opposition, you don't have the luxury of doing anything that would not appear to the Nigerian people as portraying integrity. Because you're not the ruling power. So the only power you have is the trust of the people. So you do everything to get the trust of the people. And ADC is positioned and determined to do everything to get the trust of the people. And then we're not building a party for the next election. We're building a party for the next generation. That's why we are ensuring that it is based on solid democratic tenets and features, so that you build a skyscraper of a democratic nation where the security and welfare of the people will be the cardinal objective of the rulers. In ADC, we emphasize party supremacy over individual recklessness. We don't tolerate any kind of indiscipline from any kind of transgenderic politician. No, we don't tolerate that. It's either you are APC, it's either you are APC or you are ADC. You cannot be ADC and be sitting in the ADC and shamelessly saying you're going to support Tinubu. Sorry, that era is not in ADC. We are African Democratic Congress. We want to build a nation where Nigeria will take its rightful place in Africa. Nelson Mandela said that Africa will not be respected until Nigeria ends that respect. ADC wants to build that international respect for Nigeria, which Tinubu has desecrated and destroyed. You can see how foreign nations come into Nigeria with gun ablazing. And Tinubu with his tail in between his legs will be...
Oh, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, I want to thank you for coming. Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is a legal practitioner and a member of the National Working Committee of the African Democratic Congress. Thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to having you more again.
My pleasure.
Well done.